It looks to be the beginning of a lovely day, Holmes. There's nothing like beginning the week with a sunny Monday, with nothing more pressing to do than to see what came in the post. Would you care to take a ride up the...
I think not, Watson.
Listen, Holmes, your mood has been getting progressively worse for the past 2 weeks. I know you, and I am certain that something is bothering you. It wouldn't...
We would already be on a boat heading towards the continent, were that the case, my dear Watson.
Very well, then, what is it? Let me guess. For the past 2 weeks, the papers have talked of nothing other than this...
My dear Watson.
I've put my finger on it, haven't I? I know you well. Something tells me that you will not entertain talk of this Lupin for some... Using an alias, he seduced a young Italian princess in order to rob her of a priceless set of diamond jewellery that once belonged to them. Finally, our friend, having committed his crime, left word for the local press, explaining that there was no other way for the charming lass to escape. Since then, the lady has been confined to a convent, and rumour has it that the two outraged fathers have jointly offered us... Are you acquainted with the reputation of the Italian criminal milieu? Why, another letter from the zoo about those missing birds. This Arsene Lupin must be in hiding somewhere, surrounded by bottles of champagne and stolen treasures. How foolhardy and arrogant. Oh.
Has the cat got your tongue, Watson? What? Whatever is the matter with you, Watson? Pray tell.
This letter on the table. Holmes, read it. Holmes, this is truly unbelievable. Surely this cannot be taken seriously.
It's possible, Watson, that this letter is nothing but a prank. However, a small chance exists that...
What will you do?
First, I'm going to enjoy the breakfast Mrs. Hudson has prepared. If you would be so good, Watson, as to clarify... When it comes to the poem, even if an answer seems straightforward, we must be quite certain. What would the target of tonight's... You could go see Barnes, the bookstore in Glentworth Street. Surely they'll have something that will...
Holmes's violin. Holmes's table for experiment. The Reichenbach Falls. What an awful memory. It's the steel harpoon that pierced Black Peter, master of the sea unicorn. Poor Barnes should hire a cleaning lady. Oh,
Gnith.
good day, Barnes.
Hello, Dr. Watson. How?
Are you busy? Am I disturbing you?
Not at all. I was researching.
A very strange affair, bewildering even, has brought me to see you.
Most certainly. You will find the works dealing with naval history.
Thank you. I'll go look. Ah, here's my book, The Great English... As it happens, I found this book, and...
Excuse me, my dear Dr. Watson, but...
Well, farewell, Barnes.
I...
Now tell me, Watson, what progress have you made? Have you found...
It's an anagram, Holmes. The letters in Arseno Lotino can be used to spell...
That's a welcome confirmation. No doubt the target for the theft is somehow connected with the Battle of Trafalgar, won by Admiral Lord Nelson at the expense of the French. It says that the object of the theft is sitting at his master's feet. There's nothing to steal on this column.
Ha! I found it at last.
So, according to you, what is there to steal in Trafalgar?
The only location visible is the National Gallery of...
Why not? Our man wants to steal a painting, but which one? Watson, shall we head out? Let's take a tour of...
Ah, Lamb, good timing. Can you give myself and my friend...
With pleasure, Dr. Watson. The mistress, Miss Bromsby, gave me the day off. Oh. Good afternoon, gentlemen, and welcome to the National Gallery of Painting. As it's such a lovely day outside, you're the only visitors at the moment, and likely will be for the whole...
We're not here to visit the museum, young man. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Sherlock Holmes?
Indeed, I have reason to believe that a theft is being planned that will take place here, perhaps as early as today.
A robbery?
I'm not certain, but there is a good reason to believe that is the case. We have contacted Inspector Lestrade at Scotland Yard, and he should be joining us momentarily. In the meantime, you can certainly help us. One of the paintings will play a part in the matter, but I don't yet know exactly...
Ah, yes, of course. As it happens, I've only been working here for 3 days. Actually...
Pray tell, would I be correct in deducing that the elder of the two men that we can see up there is the director of the museum?
Yes, that is Sir Pointer. He could certainly assist you better than I.
But the location that you are proposing is unworthy of my work.
Please understand, dear sir, the entrance hall is reserved for temporary...
In that case, you would have to provide lanterns across the whole length of the...
We will do all that we possibly can.
Nevertheless, I insist that a number of my works must be on the main floor.
But our rooms are already full and, as you know...
How can there be too much modernism? Modernism doesn't exist. Only art.
Well, sir, perhaps we should continue this conversation.
Then you must certainly have a ledger of the works that are shown in the museum.
Yes, Sir Pointer entrusted it to my care this morning, so I could familiarize... I know, I make a rather feeble archivist, but while I was doing a tour of the museum, the painting that Mr. Pointer is now dealing with arrived, along with...
The case of the missing ledger. What do you make of it, Watson? Listen, Mr...
Palinor, sir.
Palinor, my friend and I will make our way through the museum in order to find the ledger. If you lost it while touring the museum and it wasn't back on the desk, then it...
Certainly, sir. With many thanks.
Tell me, young man, would you happen to have a blueprint of the building in order to facilitate the task at hand?
Ah, yes, yes. Where did I put it? Oh, yes.
Farewell, Palinor. It seems that we've found the famous ledger. It's written in shorthand, and there are hundreds of entries. Let's bring it to the archive.
Yes, Mr. Holmes?
Here is your ledger, my friend.
You found it! Many thanks. You won't say anything to Sir Pointer?
Rest assured. Are you familiar with how the entries are written?
I understand how to locate a thematic group and how to read a description.
It's better than nothing at the moment. We're searching for a painting that has a connection to the Battle of...
Depicting what exactly?
According to this poem, it could be...
Yes, Mr. Holmes?
It might refer to a boat. Its master was Admiral Nelson, and the thief...
Wait, I have a suggestion. A very popular painting, symbolic even, The Fighting Temeraire, a Turner. In this paint, the subject, a boat by the French name of Temeraire, was involved...
Victory, did you say?
Yes, Admiral Nelson was on board. Temeraire...
Where would I find it?
I don't know. You would have to search through the English word...
My thanks, Palinor. Here's what I've been looking... The Fighting Temeraire. Splendid. What do you think?
I agree, it's splendid. The existence of this painting would seem to give credit to this whole affair.
As long as this painting remains on this wall, this letter, even if it is eloquent and provocative, is nothing more than a letter. It is possible that all of this could be a hoax with no substance.
We must warn the museum's director, Holmes.
You are correct, Watson.
Fantastic! Superb!
There, Maestro. I believe that...
This collaboration will be my crowning glory.
I have finished the inventory of the works of art, Director. Oh, and I have the pleasure of introducing the great detective Sherlock Holmes and his
Good day, gentlemen. It's with pleasure that I welcome you to our
I'm afraid that is not the case.
Oh,
When it is no longer a matter of art, the artist must...
my apologies, gentlemen.
Mr. Palinor was able to answer all of our most urgent questions.
That was Horace Valmont, a French painter.
A Frenchman? Let's take a look, Watson.
Yes, he's very avant-garde. He heard that we were showing the works of modern painters during our temporary exhibitions.
Lestrade, just in time. And the Frenchman, Watson?
Gone?
Director, this is Inspector Lestrade from Scotland Yard. Lestrade, this is the Director of the National Gallery. Lestrade, would you have your constable on duty guard the entrance and make sure that nobody comes into the museum?
No, but...
If you would care to follow me, I'll show you what the motivation behind all... The reason for this little gathering is this letter that I received at my lodgings this morning. Without getting into too much detail, it claims that this painting...
Pardon?
There now. It's because of a letter that you've disturbed me.
I would never have taken the liberty to disturb you if this letter, the authenticity of which I must admit hasn't been complete...
Arsene Lupin?
Arsene Lupin?
Us?
Arsene Lupin, the most wanted cat burglar in the world. We will know soon enough whether or not this letter is a fake, or if I...
Perhaps. Why not simply put this thing under...
We cannot risk storing the painting in an improper environment.
All that would achieve would be to shift the problem. This painting is priceless. Beware he who would... In addition, Director, you must close the museum to the public, and...
If you feel it's necessary.
And you, Holmes?
I'll pass by tomorrow at dawn. We'll know then what we're up against. Should the
Listen, Inspector, I have a lot of work to take care of. It would be better if I leave you to do a tour by yourself.
Well, I best inspect the museum to find... We need a cannon to force this door down. The lock is too big to be jimmied. No, no exits on this side. It's dark in this box room. Good. Ha ha! There is a possible entry. If someone wanted to descend from the roof here, he... No, no exits on... No, no exit... No, no exits on this side, nothing to... No, no exits on this side, nothing to report. I will make sure there are no windows and...
Do your work. I will draw...
Wait for tonight. There. The director and his underling have left. Time for us to play now. It could be that this whole I'll lock the main door to the museum, and you will be locked in. Jeffries is on duty in Trafalgar Square, and the yard is nearby. The doors leading in will be locked, but you will each have everything you need to open them. Stay hidden and cover your light so you, Lockhart, will be stationed near the painting itself. At the least provocation, go down to the entrance and sound. In case of real trouble, be sure to fire with deadly accuracy, because if you even graze one of the paintings, your great-grandchildren will still be paying. Finally, you'll just have to be content with your lanterns. Gas is too expensive. Go on, you cantankerous codger. You have work to do.
You're right, Holmes. The constable below was indeed asked to deliver us a letter.
Nothing good can come from such urgency.
Indeed, Holmes. This time, without doubt, the painting has...
Well, Watson, the game is afoot.
Should we not have enlisted more men from the force to...
I think that a whole brigade could not have stopped Lupin. And, of course, we can now be certain that it was he who was behind the theft. First and foremost...
Yesterday, I was a doctor. And now, I become...